Alrighty, so today we got a couple of things to show you, a couple of new toys. Boxer clone mod, and the Drugger, and the Drugger, the Drugger, the drugs. Man, what? Come on, really? Anyway, it's a good RDA. I like the colors. Obviously, I like the color. It matches really nice on the mod. Um, Everything's really good. It's a little lacking in flavor, but I'm spoiled lately with some RDAs, so that's me. Um, but it works well. Blow some clouds. Has some flavor. It's all right. It's okay. You know. Um, what are you gonna say? And it squonks well. It works well on top. So you can't ask for more. Um, but the Boxer clone, and that's what everybody's asking about. Um, this is really well. This is really good. This is really. I mean, it's all right. It's a clone. It's not 3D printed. It's not compatible with the real one, so the doors won't work on either or, and so on and so forth. The 510 pin is completely different, even though they try to make it look the same. The button style is the same, but obviously in white for every color that it comes in. Um, so I wouldn't call it a one-to-one clone. I would call it really like a different mod, all on its own. But it works well. The only negative on this that I feel is the bottle sucks. You have to get new bottles for this. You order this, on eBay or something like that. Buy a 5 pack of bottles, and even cheap bottles will be better than this bottle. Okay. Otherwise, this is come on, this is a no-brainer. If you want to try a Squonk box, if you want something extremely light, extremely small, throw in your pocket to run out of the house just to get a container of milk and come home, this is it. This is it. You don't need nothing else. You don't need, really, this is it. All right? And it blows some clouds. Anyway, let's move on. All right? To this. All right? I did get also an Admiral clone. And I like it on one hand. I don't like the Admiral clone on one hand. If they advertise this as the white brass, fine. But they advertise this as regular brass, and it's not even close to matchy on any gold or brass RDA I'll have. I mean, it's more like a white brass, okay? On top of that, it's not mirror finish. It's matte finish. Okay, great. No fingerprints. Yay! No mirror finish. The Admiral comes in mirror finish. How can you not give it the same finish? Are you afraid people are going to sell this as a clone? Really? I mean, sell it as an original, when it's a clone? So I'm a little disappointed in that. I mean, I'll keep it, I'll use it, but you understand it's. I didn't want to have to buy a real Admiral, and now I'm almost thinking of it. I probably won't get one because it's not cheap, but, whatever. Anyway, works well. I'm using the iJoy batteries in it, and I would say it works well. They're kind of half dead. Um. Oh. Anyway, this is what the reload looks like inside. Cotton's a little dry, so I'll put in a little juice. There is plenty of room in here. Okay, unlike, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you also the clone I have from when the original came out. This is the third version. This is the third version of the Reload, the 1.5. Okay, I'm going to show you the clone. I have it in black. All right. Look how close the posts are together. You couldn't put in any real coils in that. And the post holes were so small, they were horrible. Screws were okay, but not like the original ones where you could wrench them down with a pair of pliers if the screwdriver wasn't enough. Okay. Also, these are 2.5 millimeter inner diameter coils. See how far apart they are? I have 3 millimeter inner diameter coils on my current one, and I could probably even put 3.5 millimeter ID coils in here. And those are just Claptons. Those are just straight up Clapton coils. This is at least a fuse Clapton. These are bigger, fatter, you know, and I have so much room in between. It's not even funny. It's a joke that I could fit a lot. I could fit 3.5 millimeter ID aliens in here. I won't even think about it. Okay, I could fit them. All right, and another thing I really like. You see here where the cotton is up against the wall, the inside wall of the RDA base, okay? On the clone, I guess the base got so hot or something, and it would always burn my cotton. This cotton is from 7 p.m. last night. I was up until like 3 in the morning, and then I've been up since 8 a.m. today, and this is my main vape, obviously, okay? And it just doesn't burn the cotton here. Within just a couple of hours, I would burn cotton. You know, the sugars of the juice get so hot, it would blacken up the cotton here. So I would have to push the cotton away from the walls. As long as you did that, you didn't burn the cotton there. So, you know, this cotton is good, but I do have to wet it up. Now, I don't really, how should I put it? I don't really remove my top cap all the time and paint my coils, and I'll be honest with you, if you're new, that's what you do. That's what you do when you're doing bottom airflow, right? When you do bottom airflow, you know, you that's what you do. You count, you either that or you drip down the center and you count your drops. You know what I mean? So so what? You're gonna count your drops, right? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and what? Weight or something? No, fuck that. Just dump it in. Okay, because you know. So what is bottom airflow? This is a reload. Okay, reload. Okay. I'm not worried about leaking. Just not worried about leaking. Yeah, this is a whole different ballgame when it comes to bottom airflow RDAs. Okay, you're not going to leak unless you flood that thing. Okay, and I mean, you don't have to count drops. You don't have to do nothing. Just blip, and that's a blip, blip, whatever, and that's a, you know, come on, really. I mean, it's ridiculous. You're going to count drops? No. It's nuts. All right? Come on. And you know, I just can't see. I just can't see, you know, spending this kind of money and worried about leaking. And this don't leak. It don't leak. Flavor. Let me sit here and tell you something. This is a 24 millimeter deck, 24 millimeter RDA or whatever. It acts and behaves because the coils are going from the outside in. It acts and behaves like a 22 millimeter RDA. So yes, some of your very big coils, your extreme coils, you can't put them in here. What Kevin put in his Druga yesterday and posted it up yesterday, you can't fit them in here. You can't do it, okay? But what you can do is maybe if you pinch the leads a little bit, fit the leads in these holes. These holes are much bigger than the others, but they're still kind of a little bit small. But you can maybe fit a single coil of that in there, and maybe pinch the leads with a plier a little bit, get them a little smaller, stick them in, and you can do them. Single coil, no problem. And I mean like one lead on one side and one lead facing the other side, and have the single coil right through the center so the air holes are hitting it on the sides. I did that a couple of times with a big alien, a big pre-made alien in the clone. But the clone had all the flavor, but the build quality was, compared to this, ugh. I even bent a positive poster with just my finger by mistake, by accident. It was bad, okay? I mean, I don't want to get into an argument with anybody, but clones are clones, and you get what you pay for. And when you buy authentic, you get authentic. $36 for an Admiral is nice, but I'm getting $37 worth. I know every difference between this and its original. Just the feeling of the tolerance of this corner when you're wrapping your finger around the button is much sharper, even though it's not by eye noticeable, but it's much sharper than, say, the broadside I have. Oh, I'm going to show you the size difference compared to the two. Okay, that's the size difference. You know what? Let me do it a different way. Okay. I hope you can see it. I know my video sucks. I do. I really do. But you could see the top of the top cap here, and it's about, it's lower on this side. It's lower on this side. You know what I mean? It's only here. It's not much of a difference, but it's a few millimeters difference. And yes, I have a gap on my Seminole. All right, I put a gap there. I don't want to fiddle with the battery rattle thing right now. Believe it or not, Sony batteries come in different sizes. All my LG batteries are the same size, and I must have put in LG batteries. Anyway, that's it, man. Reload RDA. That's the RDA of the year right there for flavor and clouds. I'm not kidding. This thing puts out flavor like nobody else's business. Anyway, I got somebody at the door, so we's done, bro.